All right, y'all. We did live stream today earlier. Now I'm just gonna do a little pre-recorded thing, man. And I got here Tone the closer, man. Of whom which I'm a student, man. And shout out to Tone, man. But Tone has been like blowing the lid off these dudes, man. And now he's got into it. He got into it with Jay Morrison, got into it with Tasha K, got into it with a couple other of them. Now he ain't got into it. He got into it with this dude Big Business. Now he got into it with these other cats too, with DJ Envy, and it's getting uglier by the second, man. So in this clip, man, Tone's gonna directly address Envy, man, and basically tell him, hey, man, these are your people, man, and there's so many people out here being scammed. These your people. You kind of, you kind of brought them to the people, man, and the people getting scammed by them. Do you have any responsibility? Envy, of course, is like, I don't have no responsibility for that. That's what they do. If they scamming people, they scamming them. Well, as far as I know, I'm cool. I'm not scamming people. And Tom's position is, yeah, but you giving oxygen to the dude that's out there scamming people. You pushing this program, then you obviously are putting people in harm's way. So, but Envy don't see it that way. That's my understanding of watching this situation. But I just wanted to talk about something that y'all want to talk about because the things I want to talk about, y'all really don't want to. Y'all really don't want me talking about that kind of stuff, man. Y'all want to talk about this kind of stuff, and so I'll give you my opinion on it. Plus, I'm gonna give you some other stuff too. We're just gonna talk about a bunch of stuff that y'all want to talk about. Okay, so the first thing on the docket is Tone the Closer and DJ Envy. So let me play that situation.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's going on?
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming in, man. Mad respect for you taking the time to come and really address some very serious allegations head on. Uh, Obviously, you got a huge platform, man. I
I
got
came
a
to
ton of.
I came to talk about my car show this weekend in Memphis, man.
I let
My
you
car
we
show
can
this
talk some
weekend
car
in
show
Memphis.
shit because but people really want to. We can bring up the
I was
car show, but
fucking with you.
you
Ask
know
what you
what
want
the
to ask.
people
Ask
really
what you
want to
want to
hear.
ask. Ask what you want to ask, my nigga. We good.
But tell us about the car show. Let's talk
Now
about
I'm
the
just
car show, man.
messing
Memphis.
with you. I'm just messing with
Come
you.
on,
Yeah,
let's
car
talk
show this
about
weekend.
let's give you the
We do the
plugs on the
car show.
car
Car
show.
show tickets are selling. We ain't got to worry about that. Let's talk about what you want to talk about. Well, first I want to say, I seen the live that you did, and I thought it was whack. First of all, and I'm gonna tell you why I thought it was whack. And you can ask me whatever you want.
All right, let's go.
And the reason I thought it was whack is because you know me. You've been to my seminars. You spoke on I think a seminar or two.
No, I never spoke.
You never spoke, but you've been to a seminar or two, and you know that we did those seminars to teach people how to do real estate and to encourage people how to do real estate. So the fact that you said it was trash was kind of weak, especially when you know my number. We just spoke many times, but I get what you're doing. But I told you earlier on the phone because we spoke a couple of times. I said, me and you, we alike in certain ways because we like to expose the fake shit, and that's one thing I say. I don't like when people take advantage of our people. But go ahead, ask away. Let's go.
No, man. First off, man, I've never been at one of your events as a speaking capacity, but I came to your the big event that you had at the Javits, which I said on the live. I said, "Yo, first off, you packed that bitch out." I came in and my initial impression was very impressed. I said, "I've never seen people bring people together for that scale for financial literacy." I thought it was one of the most amazing things I saw from a wide-eyed lens, right? To have our people, Hispanics, Black, all in the room, getting education. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, that's dope as fuck.
I mean,
And I'll be transparent.
you
Coming
said it was
into
trash yesterday,
now
that
hold on,
was
let me finish. Now I'm gonna finish.
go ahead. Go
Now
ahead.
coming into there, I was expecting to get some information and some knowledge, and I felt like it was a lot left to be had when it came to the information piece.
Mm.
It wasn't filled with game that I expected to get from the. It was more like, hey, here's who I go where I find my websites at. Here's where I go to get hard money lenders. But it wasn't real real estate knowledge. And here's my problem with a lot of these situations is that very big platforms like yourself, man, like so many people respect your platform. You are a celebrity. You got millions of people that listen to you on a daily basis. You got a partner of yours who is accused of some very serious allegations. Millions of dollars have been alleged to be scammed at this point, right? I want to ask you first and foremost, when we start looking at these events, which starts becoming a marketing funnel, right? People start now coming into mentorships. They come to these events to be able to get game. But then most of these events, there's that same thing that you talked about that you don't like, the upsell. See, because I pay attention, right?
Okay, that's the nature of the seminar business is upsells, right? People get you in there saying, "Oh, it's $20 to get there," and that's the nature of the seminar business. So you can't put them down for that, Tony. Eventually, you'll get there, where you'll be doing that. You'll be doing the same situation, where you'll be upselling too. You'll bring people into the seminar. You'll give them as much game as you can, and then there's going to be a small percentage of people that's going to want even more game, and you'll have be able to upsell them private mentoring, one-on-one courses, and so on and so forth, man. You know what I mean? So I can't hold that against DJ Envy, man, because that's the nature of the seminar business. Okay, let's move on.
Right? You had a major problem with people who had live events and then they didn't teach much information, and then they do these upsells for higher mentorships, et cetera, investment opportunities. Well, it seems as if that's what's now happened with you and Caesar, because now you're hearing the same exact thing that you said that you didn't like, which was these very outlandish prices as far as mentorships and plus $1 million plus people saying they've been defrauded out of money. So I'm looking at you and I'm saying, hey, you got a large platform. How are you any different than with the people that you said you didn't like, the other people that were frauds?
Well, for anybody that hasn't been in my seminars, the reason we created these seminars was because we wanted to teach people about real estate and get them into real estate without spending $10,000 like a lot of these seminars were doing. My whole idea was if you have $10,000, I'd rather you use that $10,000 and try to put it into a house, a property, or whatever it may be. So, my real estate thing, you say you didn't learn. I mean, hey, that's you. But the seminar, what we did was we brought people to the seminar that they would need. I brought auction.com, which is a site where people go to get properties from, and it taught them how to go on that property to buy properties. They didn't have to pay for that. I brought Matt, I don't even know what Matt's thing is, Matt the lender. And what Matt did, Matt helped people get loans, talked about FHA, talked about property without paying extra. We had hard money lenders there that told people about hard money lenders and how to get hard money lenders. We had a credit repair. That was a guy that helped people fix their credit. We had people who do wholesale, which I don't do wholesale. I can't explain wholesale, but we had somebody there to break down what wholesale was and how to get it done. Now, all those pieces of people explaining that, niggas usually would have to pay money for that. But it was all free. There was never an upsell. There was no, well, to learn this information, you have to do this. There was never an upsell in any of my thing. The only thing that was ever sold was some T-shirts that said landlord, trap lord. And that's anybody that's been on any of my seminar. There was no upsells. We didn't upsell shit. There was not an upsell. There was nothing that you can buy then at any of my seminars. So the upsell thing, well, there was no upsell. So there was nothing that you can buy. Now, has anybody ever gave me $1, a dime, a nickel, a quarter, $100, $1,000, $100,000, or $500,000, or $1 million? Not one person. Because I'm making my business not to take money from nobody. And there's nobody on this live, and there's nobody in here that could ever say, Envy, they gave Envy $1. I didn't help everybody get homes. I didn't help over 1,000 people get into homes. And that's celebrities, from Terrence J to Sean King to so many different people get houses, to regular people get into a house using FHA credit or regular loans. And when they say, Envy, let me give you something, I'm like, I don't need it. Because I honestly did this to help my people. And there's not nobody else that can say that they did. No, nobody.
Hey,
Now,
many investors trusted your business partner based off your relationship, right?
I'm glad that you said that. So now,
and I want to ask you a question. Like, as a public figure, how do you feel like your responsibility for like your actions and I mean his actions and how does your professional view on?
Okay. Now, okay, so somebody asked him what's his view on his business partner's behavior, right? Okay, if you got a business partner that's doing things wrong and it comes to light, you should address it. You should address it. Maybe you stop doing business with him until it gets addressed. People make mistakes out here, man. So you know what I mean. We ain't gonna just take somebody's head off because they made a mistake, right? People out here make mistakes. So I'm sure Tony has made a few, right? So people make mistakes. So first thing, when I say mistakes, I mean legitimate mistakes, just errors in judgment, not even errors in judgment, just incompetent errors, right? Not knowing how business works, but yet all this money is coming through their fingers, and they don't understand taxes, they don't understand write-offs and so on and so forth, and deducting the expenses from the business. They don't understand all of that and keeping the business moving forward. They just see a pile of money and they just say, Shh, I made it. I got this big pile of money. Right? So people make mistakes sometimes. But I don't particularly think that Envy should be held responsible for his business partner. Now what I do think is Envy should help and try to press his business partner into doing the right thing. But to blame Envy for something another person you in business did, that's like your business partner break into a car or break into a bank, and then they come to you for the money. Hey, I don't know nothing about him breaking into no bank. You know what I mean? So, but that's knowing a little bit about business, man. But I think Tony knows what he's doing, why he's asking him this question, because that's like me asking Tony about Jay. Jay took all this money, Tony. Well, he was your business partner. So what do what did you do about it? Should I blame you for it? You know what I mean? So anyway, all right. So let's get back to Tone the Closer and DJ Envy.
On all that play a part.
Okay,
How do you feel like? What do you feel like he your part is in this?
I love that question. This is the thing. I have many different partners. I got partners that own water. I got partners when it comes to real estate. I got partners when it comes to clothing lines. I got partners when it comes to many different things. Many different things. So let me ask you a question. Me and you own a barbershop, right? Barbershop does well. On the side, you're a pedophile, and I don't know you're a pedophile. Are they going to say DJ Envy's partner is a pedophile and I knew about it? No, nigga, I didn't know what you did on the side or what you was doing. Not to say that even Caesar was doing anything right or wrong, because I honestly don't know. That's between them and whatever happened. But did I say, here, take this money and give it to this person or do this with this money? I never did. And nobody's ever come to me. And anybody who's ever came, if you ever came to my seminar, I tell everybody on this stage, whether it's credit repair or it's a conventional lender, do your homework, because I don't trust anybody. And I said that. And I said the reason I don't trust anybody is because, like anything in this world, somebody will treat me different because I'm a quote-unquote celebrity than they'll treat somebody else. And if you...
Yeah, nah, you can't get away from that, man. I mean, if you bring them on stage, that's basically you giving them the high sign, right? So the people gonna say, well, damn, if Envy thought enough for the person to bring them on stage, then they're probably a good bet, right? They're gonna probably think in their head, DJ Envy's not gonna bring a scammer up here on stage, right? That's what most people would think. Hey, you're not gonna bring no scammers up on the stage, right? They're gonna probably think this is a square shooting dude because you brought him up on stage, right? Passed the Envy test, because Envy wouldn't bring somebody up here that even would possibly scam us, right? Especially somebody he know got open situations about scamming, right? But that lets you know the ties that bind is tight. The ties that bind are tight. You know what I'm saying? I know Envy's like, I'm doing this for the community thing, but looks like the ties that bind are tight. Might be some money. Might be some money uh, gluing the situation together, right? Or friendships or something. See, but black people are crazy like that. Black people are crazy like that, where they will keep bad business relationships together because that's their homeboy, right? Anton Daniels and Charleston White, DJ Envy, and these other people, right? Because this is my homeboy, and I'm gonna let the ship go down in flames because this is my homeboy. I don't want to leave my homeboy out there, right? I ain't gonna leave him. When he's wilding out and he's self-destructing, and he's gonna pull anybody around him away. I'm not gonna step away from him. Now you should step away from him. You should step away from him and tell him, hey, look, I'll throw you a lifeline, but I'm not gonna sit out there with you. Right? I'm not gonna let you sink my boat. But yeah, that's that hood homeboy shit. I ain't gonna walk away from a homeboy. But your homeboy is bad news. Your homeboy is trouble. Yeah, but he's my homeboy, and I'm doing business with him. Yeah, but you're doing bad business. Your homeboy doing bad business. He putting a stain on your business. Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. It's my homeboy from, back in the day. Or he's paying the bill, you know what I'm saying? He giving me a little taste. And that taste, I don't want to cut that taste off. Whatever. Anyway, let's get back to DJ Envy and Tone to close a little bit more.
If you've been to my seminars, I say that a million times where the speakers get offended sometimes. But the reason I do that is because I don't trust people. I don't trust anybody. I don't. That's just me. Even with real estate. I'm not a person that just buys because I never seen. I need to touch the house. I need to feel it. I need to walk through it. I need to know things on my own. So if by you putting out DJ Envy and a picture of me and Caesar saying that y'all did that, I didn't scam nobody for no money. I didn't take no money. And like I said, the thing with me and you is where I go from different is you know me. You say you didn't have my number. My number's the same. You got my number. You can call me anytime.
Well, I actually didn't have your number, Henry, but like
as soon as I heard what I do, I missed my number.
But let me ask you a question, because the guy last night, he said that he gave Caesar $1 million. When he said he came to the office, you were right there to greet him. He said he felt like you were part of the entire process as far as bringing him into him even deciding to make this investment. He's like, I would never have made $1 million investment if I didn't have DJ Envy co-signing him and telling me that, he's a good dude. And then I come to the office and he's in the exact same office as I'm walking in before we even come to an agreement on the deal. So how do you feel like you play a part in that when an investor feels like, hey, my investment decision is based off the fact that I'm watching you sit in the same office with this guy, right? This guy said he was on his deathbed. He got $1 million lawsuit from a multi-million-dollar lawsuit from almost dying. He invested his money with Caesar, and he's been chasing his money.
Now you telling me because I'm in the same office with somebody doing my car show business, and somebody's in another office building, another office spot doing something else that I know what he's doing in that office space. And I greet everybody that comes in the office. You know why? Because that's what my mom taught me to do, because I'm a respectful, kind person. I don't care if you're young, if you're old, if you're black, if you're white, if you're Spanish. If you walk into my office, I look everybody in the eye and I say hello. And the reason why I do that is because 9 times out of 10, I got a couple $100,000 car outside and I want to see who's coming in and out my office. Now, if you go into another office and have a conversation with somebody and you decide to do whatever you want to do, that has nothing to do with envy. If Envy said, do this because I said it's cool, that's a different story. If you see Envy's name on the contract, that's a different story. But now it seems like you're fishing for things to put me involved. Just because I'm in the office with somebody else doesn't mean that me and that person is doing anything with each other. Doesn't mean I'm co-signing anybody. Doesn't mean that at all. And that person,
we look at you and Caesar from a perspective that you guys are business partners. So, like every time I've ever seen anything with real estate, you guys both do it together. Like when I see events, anytime I see Caesar never speaks. I only hear you speak. So
Caesar definitely speaks.
Every time we see an ad, I see he's looking up like this, and you are actually doing the presentation. So he's not like the person that's the spokesperson. So I'm just like, just being real. When we look at it, like this man wouldn't have nobody would fuck with Caesar if it wasn't for DJ Envy. Like, I wouldn't know who he was if it wasn't for you. Like, most of these people wouldn't, you know, when you say I'm attaching you, it's because you marketed them. Everywhere we see Flippin' NJ, there's DJ Envy. So if I'm just looking at it and I'm saying, if this is the guy that I'm investing with, I'm investing based off your likeness.
Well, see, this is the thing. I'm not anybody's babysitter. I don't tell people what to do and what not to do. Now, Caesar's the guy that got me into real estate. And he got me into real estate where I purchased a lot of homes. And because of that, he made me a lot of money where I own these houses and I have tenants. And I was excited about it. And I was excited about it because not too many people that look like me are buying property. So I told Caesar, let's teach people how to do it. Now, we taught a lot of people how to do it. We taught a lot of people how to buy homes. We taught a lot of people about FHA and things that people had no idea about. Now, that's my business with Caesar. That's my business with a lot of people. Now, if you go outside of that and want to jump in on your own, that has nothing to do with the kid. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not part of those deals. I'm not part of anything that goes on. I could be a part.
See, now that right there, I don't agree with that. If you rolling with this dude, you who you rolling with, man. If you rolling with this dude and the dude is out there making shady deals, and you know he out there making shady deals, but because he made money with you, you gonna give him a pass. Nah, Envy. Nah, that don't fly. That don't wash. That's like saying, hey, you know, my business partner's out here ARPing women, so, you know, but he ain't ARP my woman, so everything's cool. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Can't say, well, he's in the other office ARPing people, so, you know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with me. Now, at a certain point, you got to say, okay, hey, man, look, we got to talk. You know, we got to have some type of agreement that we're not going to put a stain on each other, right? Because if you too close, you're going to get a stain on you, right? But I don't like this, man. Envy, yeah, man. I don't agree with you, man. I think that not that you're responsible, but you're responsible for what you need to do and how you got to handle the situation. That's what you need to do. You know, in my opinion, my humble opinion, that's what you need to do, man. You need to figure out how you're going to handle this situation. Anyway, this is the situation between, you know, Tone the Closer and DJ Envy and this dude, Caesar Pena, man. He is, you know, it's unfortunately, man, it's our allegations that this dude, DJ Envy's business partner, stole lots and lots of money from lots of different people. And, you know, and other business partners that was involved, you know, had this issue as well. Y'all stay tuned. Go over to Tony the Closer and check that out. Maybe DJ Envy will address it on the Breakfast Club. Who knows? But yeah, like I said, you know, this is what's going on right now. Topic of discussion. So that's why we did the live stream about wolves and sheep's clothing. All right, next thing we're gonna talk about is one of these strawberry letters, man. So hold tight, don't go away.
Partner with Elon Musk.
Oh boy, man, that DJ Envy and Tony interview went really left, man. Oh my gosh, you guys got to check that out, man. Holy smokes! Go to Tone the Closer's page, man, and check that out. Ouch, ouch. That thing went really left. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the strawberry letter, right? What's the strawberry letter? Well, you know, Steve Harvey's morning show on the radio out here in L.A. It's on KGLA. It's on Stevie Wonder's station, KGLH, in the morning, right? And so every, you know, in the morning they read some crazy letter from some crazy person that's in some type of situational chaos, and they try to get answers for how to best navigate through that chaos. So we're going to read one of these. We're going to listen to Shirley read one of these letters and then listen to the advice, because Shirley gives horrible advice. She reminds me of a YouTuber I know that gives, a lady that gives horrible advice, life-damaging advice to men, man. Horrible advice. But anyway, let's listen to Shirley Strawberry.
Right here, right now.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the strawberry letter.
Subject, the lowdown and dirty deacon. Dear Stephen Shirley, I'm in my early 30s, and I'm eager to meet a nice man and settle down one day. But in the meantime and in between time, I was keeping myself entertained in online chat rooms and online dating. I met a man that I paired perfectly with, and his profile said,
Wait a minute. I'm keeping myself entertained means, I'm pumping and sweating in the shed with whoever comes up, right? Man, because sometimes, a lot of times, women talking cold, man. Men will be more straight out with it, but women are talking cold. Hey, I'm keeping myself entertained. I'm keeping my options open, right? I'm dating. I'm seeing other people. You know what I mean? Those are code words for, may the best man win on his way to the woodshed, right? Oh, man. Okay. So anyway, here's a sister. She's 30, right? She obviously must be, looking good and feeling good because she's out there, man. She's out there trying to, make it happen, right? Keeping her options open. So she's in the church house as well. And so there's a deacon in the church. That's what we know so far. Okay, let's keep it moving.
he was 6'2" and athletic. His picture was nice, but not really my type. We started chatting offline and would stay on the phone for hours. That turned into sexting, and I sent him a bunch of nude photos, and he sent me nude pictures too. Then he asked for an
Wait. You sent the deacon nude pictures. See what I'm saying? See, we be starting off on the wrong foot, right? You looking for a good man, but you sending a man that you ain't never even supposedly haven't got down with yet nude photos of yourself. How you gonna get a good man you sending nude pictures of yourself? Come on, man. See, a lot of our women, man, a lot of our sisters, man, they just don't know what they doing. They out here, man. They freestyling, man, and they out here, they feminist freestyle. And they you know what I'm saying? I know the feminists taught you it's okay, you can do the same thing that a man does, and a man's gonna look at you the same way. No, he's not. Men don't consider the things that women consider when they looking for long-term relationships. They don't. Women a lot of times will discount a man's sexual past. Men don't do that. Most men don't do that. Most men, they're threatened by your sexual past. See, but nobody want to admit this stuff, man. Nobody don't want to admit it. Why do you think they have so many problems with how many sexual partners you had before them? Why do you think they're so concerned about that? They're concerned about that because most men are going to be threatened by your previous, your sexual past. Because they know that there's no way they can ever know for sure where they actually rank in that number. Right? So they don't have no way of having the security of knowing they rank at a high enough rank where they're not going to be tossed aside. It's the reality that men go through. Anyway, let's continue.
explicit video of me, and I made him one. It was fun, and he loved it. That was a month ago, and since then, I've been asking for him to send me a video. He refuses to. I've tried to call him on FaceTime, but he won't answer.
So she sent him a video, right? Now he said, "Uh-oh, she'll be a little more than he thought she was." Now he's trying to back off of her, right? He's trying to say, "Hey, man, this girl's way wilder than I thought she was," right? And she like, "I don't understand. We got it. We worked each other up. What's going on?" But he looked at you like his little flower, and he said, "Uh-oh, wait a minute. This little flower, this little flower got a little dust on it, right? This little flower been doing some things, right?" All All right, y'all. So let's get to it, man. Now the good Reverend Deacon realizes that his little flower got some miles on the odometer, right? And so now he's trying to say, well, I don't want some with that many miles on it. Let me back up. Let me back off because she a little bit much, right? Yeah, she getting real into it. You know, my wife may find out about this at the rate we going, right? Oh, man. Okay. Or my real girlfriend, right? All right, y'all. Let's get back to it.
Started thinking that I was being catfished. Recently, we were on the phone, and I hit the FaceTime button, and it rang on his end. He asked, "What's that?" I told him to click the button and see. Then he clicked the FaceTime button and was looking confused. He realized that I saw him and he hung up. I was totally grossed out when I saw his face. He is a deacon at my church and my dad's golf buddy. I sent him pictures, yeah. I sent him pictures, and he's got a video of me. So he knew who I was all along. This man has to be at least 70 years old.
Holy smoke.
70 years old, Junior. And after I looked closely at his profile, he used a very old picture of himself. If I expose him and tell my dad will know what I do in my spare time. The last time I saw the old pervert was at Easter Sunday, and shortly after that, he found me online and fooled.
Wait a minute. He's a pervert. She sent nude pictures of herself and a video of her entertaining herself. But he's a pervert, right? Oh man, see how things get flipped? You see how things get flipped? It's just the way the women tell the story sometimes, man. It's just like, man, they would just leave the accountability way out the window. Like, yeah, he's the pervert, right? I sent him the nude pictures. I sent him video of me entertaining myself, but he's the pervert, right? All right, let's finish up.
Me into sexting with him. How can this be fixed? Should I take this secret to my grave? Yeah, you're probably going to have to. I don't know how this is going to be fixed. I mean, you say you were keeping yourself entertained online with chat rooms and online dating. Well, this is what you got. I mean, this is what you get out there. It is. Catfishing is very real. They have a whole TV show about it. I'm sure you know about that. But this is on you, though. I mean, how quick were you to take off all your clothes? You said he fooled you into sexting. What did he say to make you just do?
Nah, see, there's another thing. He fooled me into sexting. Nobody fooled you into sexting. You started sexing with the man because you wanted to. You wanted to. You didn't take the time to investigate who you was talking to well enough. See, man, when you can't lead with sex. But a lot of women, I won't say most, but a lot of women lead with sex. They lead with things that they shouldn't lead with. If you're a woman, you should lead with your virtue. Well, Clarence, you don't understand. If I got to compete with these women out here, I can't lead with virtue. Ain't all the good men going to go after the one with the banging body and the one that's sexing. That's where the good dudes going to go. That's where the dudes with the swag. No, excuse me, not the good dudes. Excuse me. The dudes with the swag, they going to go after the dude. The dudes with the swag going to go after the girls that's got their breasts hanging out, got their butt hanging out. You're right. They'll go after them at first. But eventually, they're going to get tired of that. When they want to settle down, they're going to look for that woman with virtue. See, men mature much later than women. Why? We mature much later than women. Women have a natural, you have a natural reasoning for why you have to mature so soon, and that is your menstrual cycle. Your menstrual cycle that matures a woman, that helps a woman to mature earlier, right? Because once the menstrual cycle commences, you can actually become a mother at that point. 12, 13, 14. That's, you can actually physically become a mother. Now, are you mentally ready? Of course not. But you can become a mother. So that in itself, the the responsibility of upkeeping yourself when you have a menstrual cycle, man, that in itself is going to mature a person faster. Men don't have nothing like that. You have nothing that matures you except a woman. Women mature men. Time and women. Nothing, men don't have no physical situation that they have to address that's going to mature them. Nothing, right? A man could be a fool for a long, long time, right? Well into his 30s, right? Think about when most men get to about 35, that's when the world starts changing for them. They start saying, man, hey, I don't feel like all this running around. I don't feel like being with a whole bunch of different women. Most men. Yeah, there's some out there. There's some outliers out there that, they just got to have it. But most men say, if they had a decent amount of women in their lives that they've tried to date and tried to have relationships with, they get to about 35 and they say, okay, look, I just want somebody that's going to come home, that's going to, be here, help me with these kids, cook a nice meal, and, I could just sit on sit and they could rub my feet, I could rub her feet, we could, we can live this life together. That's what most men are going to do, right? But anyway, man, I'm telling you, man, you females, man, y'all get out here and y'all start, you lead with sexual tension, right? You try to create such enormous sexual tension that the person is going to be stuck to you based on the sexual tension, not based on you, right? They're going to be stuck to you and wanting to be with you based on the sexual tension you creating, right? That's all well and good till somebody else comes along and create more sexual tension, right? That's when you have a problem. Let me tell you, the biggest and best hook you can put in a man's mouth is to be a virtuous person and be the person that compliments him the most. You compliment his personality, you compliment him, and be a good cook. Be a good cook. Oh, Clarence, you don't understand. This is a feminist. I don't have to cook for no man. I ain't cooking for no man. I know that's why you single. That's why you single, because you can't cook. What kind of man's gonna want to come over your house and entertain or spend time with you when you can't cook? You can't do nothing that he can't do for himself. If he can do everything for himself, what does he need a wife for? What's he need a wife for? He cook for himself. He clean for himself. He can rub his own feet. He can take his own bath. He can do it. What does he need a wife for? Right? Just like you as a wife. What you need a husband for? You can fix your own toilet. You can fix your own sink. You can fix your own car. What do you need a husband for? Snow on the roof. You can climb up on that roof and shovel that snow off. Somebody comes in the house. You got your own pistol. You can chase him out the house. What do you need a husband for? Right? You should stay in your house. Let him stay in his house. And y'all just have sex with each other. Right? That's what y'all doing anyway. Right? That's what y'all doing anyway. Right? No, man. When you're starting to put a relationship together with a man, what you should lead with is your physical appearance. Yes. Try to make that as appealing as possible. And then your virtues. Your virtues. Now, what you don't want is your physical appearance to overlap your virtues. You want them to kind of be on the same page, right? You don't want to say, I got all these virtues and then you out there with your, your breasts is popping out of your shirt, and your behind popping out of your skirt, right? A skirt, if you sneeze, all your business is out there, right? Nah, come on, man. Clarence, you don't know how it is now. You don't know how it is now, Clarence. See, things ought to be different. Things are different now, Clarence. You don't understand. Things ain't different. They the same as they always been. And they're the same as they always will be. The technology is different, but the things are always the same. Men are attracted to the same things, man. Beauty, your virtues, and whatever else you bring into the table. And I would say the ability to present a feminine presence in his life. He don't need another man in his life. I got a degree and I got my pen. It's cool. You got a degree. That's not no problem. But that's not what a man is going to value when he's looking for you as a woman. He's not going to value that. Not a real man. Not a man that's wants to love you as a woman. Yeah, there's men that want a business partner for a wife. Okay, that kind of dude is gonna be like, hey, yeah, what you bringing to the table? You gotta be bringing some money to the table. Me and Rico had this all the time. Argument, right? Rico said, I ain't dating no woman that ain't got no job. I wouldn't either, but I would not date somebody. But I would definitely investigate the circumstances first, right? She may have been working and she lost her job, right? Or she may be a hard worker or whatever, right? I'm not dating nobody. I would never date if I was single. I wouldn't date nobody, that just didn't want to work at all. No. That's why you got to check the character out of these people, man. See, but we get caught up trying to build sexual tension with people that we don't even know. We don't even know these people, man. We're trying to build sexual tension with people. You should be only building sexual tension with somebody you can trust. They've proven that you can trust them. Okay, now you can start sending nude pictures and whatever else you do on your thing, man. Because you built the trust. The trust should come first, not the sex. Sex don't build trust. No. Trust builds trust. You gotta build trust. You think you can just walk in the door the first time? See, people want love at first sight. There is no such thing as love at first sight. There's lust at first sight. Now, somebody could say, well, hey, you know what? I'm already here. I might as well park the car. I might as well get out and walk around, right? They may do that, but you can't just, how you going to love somebody at first sight? Love is very deep. That's a deep situation, love. Can't be like, oh, well, I love this person. How you don't even know this person. You don't even know him. How you going to be like, oh, I love this person. Do you love him? Do you? All right, y'all. So let's listen to a little bit more, and then we're gonna call it a day.
I mean, be so quick to do this. You don't know this man. This is a complete stranger. And you sent him a video. Now you're mad at him because he catfished you. And you figured out who he is. Finally, he knew who you were all along, like he said. So he was catfishing you. But you put yourself in this position. I mean, no one said that you can't chat or date online or anything like that, but you took it way too far with all the sexting. I mean, it's just too much. You're not going to get these pictures back. You know the deacon. You know he's going to tell your dad if you, quote unquote, expose him. That's what, I'm really concerned about. And that's what you should be concerned about, too, what your dad is going to think if he finds out. I just hope this was a learning experience for you. Don't do this anymore. This old guy at church, now he's running because he doesn't want you to tell his dad. He knows he's in to tell your dad. He knows he's in too deep as well. I say, hopefully he won't do anything with these pictures, and you just have to chalk this one up and stay out of his way at church. But if it gets rough, tell your dad and see what happens.
Did you know that in Texas, rifles can be carried in public without a license, whereas in Florida, no open carrying is allowed?
Steve.
All right, these guys really give bad advice, so I'm not gonna go through it all. But Shorty kind of gave her good advice. Just say, man, chalk it up and say, hey, look, I'm not gonna do something like that no more. Learn from this mistake, right? Learn from this mistake. Stop, ladies. Stop going out here trying to start relationships by trying to load up sexual tension. But Clarence, I gotta compete, Clarence. There's other girls out here. That's what they doing, and they getting the guys with the swag. I know. And the good dudes are getting left on the side of the road, right? Especially in the black community, good dudes get left on the side of the road. Then when other women of other races approach them and start trying to go out with them, then black women who left them on the side of the road get mad and say, what you doing going over there? Right? You're supposed to be sitting here waiting like Stymie on the curb, right? You're supposed to be sitting on the curb like Stymie waiting for one of us to fall out of the party van, right? Right? And you'll have your arms open and say, oh man, just what I was looking for. I got a good job, good credit, good house, everything. Just what I was waiting for. Somebody who been, on the carousel, fall out of the party van and right into my arms, right? And all their kids from somebody else. Most guys don't think that way. Most guys don't think that way. That's why it's different. You gotta show that your value first. And your value is way more, ladies, than the sexual attention that you can provide. Because anybody can provide sexual attention. Any woman can provide sexual attention, man. Men don't have all these different erotic zones. They really don't. They really pretty much have one area where, all the, everything can be, everything can be worked from there, right? That don't take a master scientist to figure that out, right? What you need to do is be a kind of person that, the kind of woman that the man wants, and then slowly build the trust so that you can slowly start building sexual tension, and then, of course, let nature take its course, right? Supposed to have sex. I'm telling you, you ain't supposed to have sex, but you're supposed to have sex under a certain set of circumstances. You're supposed to have sex with everybody that comes along just because they got swag. Man, you don't want to just be having sex with people just because they got swag. Swag is okay, but not always a good thing. Not always. I know some people say, well, got to have swag. Not always. And even if you do, swag is not the main issue. The main issue is the character of the person. That's the main issue. Everything else should permeate out from there. Clarence, here you go. You don't know what you're talking about, Clarence. Oh, I don't, huh? I just celebrated my 33rd wedding anniversary, right? I don't know what I'm talking about, right? One wife all the time, right? All my children raised under the same roof, right? Was it easy? It was not easy. It was very difficult. And at times, I didn't know what I was going to do at certain times, right? But I hung in there. God gave me the strength to hang in there. And eventually, once both of us started maturing, things started getting a little better. It's not perfect now, but it's better than it was when we were younger, right? anyway, that's my take on the strawberry letter. You know, man, you women, man, I'm telling you, you guys unfortunately are in a position where when you're young, you able to overlook a lot of these guys that are just good dudes. Some of these dudes, man, their big goal in life is just to love somebody and have children with somebody they really love and love their family. And there's women that's like, nah, that's not ambitious enough for me, right? That's not ambitious enough for me. I want somebody that wants to be the CEO, and you don't even know what you want. You want the person to be the CEO, but you don't know. You think you want somebody like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, right? But those guys are home maybe once every 2 weeks, right? They live on the road. They're constantly gone and gone and gone and gone and gone and gone and gone. Those guys ain't like the regular guy. A guy like that, when you think he's going to be coming home at 5 o'clock from the plant with his feet under the table at 6 o'clock, waiting to eat something, right? And reading the paper after he eats, and helping the kids with their homework. Those kind of guys making 6 figures or more, they're not home a lot. Most of those guys are not home a lot. They hustling. They running around hustling. Right? So know what you want, ladies. Know what you want. Understand. If you want a high value man, whatever that means, well, let's just say it like this. You want a high earning man, you have to understand that man is probably not going to be going to work at 9 o'clock and getting off at 5 and being home by 6. That's probably not. That kind of dude is going to be out of the door at 6 in the morning, back in the house maybe at 11 o'clock at night sometimes, right? Gonna be all over the place. But that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted. What you should do is appreciate some of these other dudes that just want to love and build, and somebody who's open to building a life with you. Especially if you have children with someone else or other people. A man that's willing to build a life with you, even though you got someone else's children, that dude is a special guy. Stepfathers, they get a bad rap, man, but that's a special type of dude. And we really should be working to help those dudes. We should really be working to make sure that those kind of guys are getting the proper, what's it called? What do I want to say? The proper support. All right, y'all. I went on 52 minutes. I done went on and on and on and on and on. Okay, we're gonna close it down now. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. You know what I mean? Am I going crazy? Is this the kind of stuff y'all want to talk about? Y'all let me know. All right, peace.